Let me ask you something no one ever dares to ask. What if I told you that the education system is not built to make you intelligent? That school, college, even most books are designed to keep you average, trapped, repeating information like a parrot, but never becoming a true thinker. Now look at Nikola Tesla, a man who spoke 8 languages, memorized entire books, did complex mathematical calculations in his mind, without ever needing pen or paper. And guess what? He taught himself almost everything. No fancy degrees, no modern schools, just obsession, method. And one secret, he knew how to learn. And here's the brutal truth. You are not born a genius. You are trained to stay ordinary. But if you train your mind differently, like Tesla did, your brain can become a supercomputer. It can absorb information like a sponge, process it faster than ever, and retain it for life. Because memory isn't a gift. Focus isn't luck. Intelligence isn't inherited. It's designed, intentionally, systematically. And in this video, I'm going to break that system for you. 5 brutal, brain rewiring techniques that can turn you from a slow, distracted, forgetful learner into someone who remembers anything, learns faster than ever before, and thinks like a genius. But before we dive into them, you need to hear this. You've been lied to. You've been told to sit still, obey, memorize, repeat, and score marks. But that model? That's designed to mass-produce workers, not thinkers. Tesla didn't follow that. Neither did Einstein, Da Vinci, or any mind that ever changed the world. And do you know why? Because they understood one core truth. The brain doesn't learn by force. It learns by fire. Mental fire, passion, obsession. Tesla would stay awake for 22 hours straight, visualizing entire machines in his mind. He said he could build and test them in his imagination. Do you realize what that means? He didn't need a lab. His brain was the lab. Now you might be thinking, that's impossible for me. Let me stop you right there. That's what they want you to think. Because if you realized your brain had that much potential, you'd stop following the herd. You'd start building your own future. You'd become dangerous. So let's be clear. This isn't just a video. It's a mental revolution. Because once you learn these 5 techniques and start using them daily, you will never see learning the same way again. Your memory will sharpen. Your distractions will die. Your speed will explode. And slowly, quietly, you will begin to outthink everyone around you. Not because you're gifted, but because you learned how to unlock the gifts you already had. So take a deep breath, because what you're about to hear will reprogram how your brain sees learning forever. Ready? Let's begin. Technique number 1. Visual construction. See it before you learn it. Nikola Tesla had a superpower. He could visualize machines before building them. He didn't need paper. He didn't even need prototypes. He built and tested everything in his head. Now, here's the truth they never tell you. The brain learns faster when it sees information, not when it reads it. Your brain evolved to understand images 60,000 times faster than text. Yet school forces you to stare at black and white pages for hours. That's not learning. That's torture. So here's what to do. Before you study anything, math, science, history, see it in your mind. Close your eyes and build a picture of what you're about to learn. If it's chemistry, imagine atoms dancing and bonding. If it's history, watch the war happen in your mind like a movie. This tricks your brain into thinking it's real. And when something feels real, you never forget it. Tesla didn't memorize. He experienced. You must stop reading like a robot. Start constructing visual worlds in your mind. Because the moment your brain starts seeing, it starts remembering instantly. Technique number 2. Obsessive repetition. The loop of genius. Everyone tells you, don't repeat too much. It's boring. That's nonsense. Tesla repeated the same mental images thousands of times until they became so sharp, he said he could rotate them, explode them, rebuild them, all in his head. Why? Because repetition builds automatic intelligence. Your brain hates effort, so it burns what you rarely use. But when you repeat an idea again and again, it gets burned into your neurons. It becomes part of you. Don't just review once or twice. That's for amateurs. If you want Tesla-level memory, you repeat a concept every hour, then every day, then every week, until it becomes untouchable, until it becomes automatic, until someone asks and you don't even have to think. The answer flows out of you like breath. Repetition isn't weakness. Repetition is mental armor. Technique number 3, isolated focus. Cut the noise, enter the zone. Tesla worked alone. No distractions, no noise, no phone pings, no TikTok tabs open. He worked in deep solitude because he knew the brain only activates genius in silence. Let me be brutally honest. If you're multitasking, studying with background music, or checking notifications every few minutes, you are destroying your learning speed. The brain works in cycles. To reach deep concentration, it needs 15 to 20 minutes of uninterrupted silence. And once it enters that flow state, time disappears, memory locks in, and you start learning 10 times faster. But every time you get distracted, that cycle resets. So what do? Set a sacred study window. 25 minutes, no noise, no people, no scrolling. Just you and the idea. One-on-one. Tesla didn't try to focus. He trained his environment to eliminate everything else. Genius doesn't happen in chaos. It happens in controlled silence. Technique number 4, conversational learning. Talk, don't just read. Let me tell you a dirty secret. Most people who study don't understand anything. They just copy, underline, highlight, and lie to themselves. But Tesla, he taught himself. He talked out loud, debated with himself, broke things down like he was explaining to a 5-year-old. That's the hack. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it. So here's what you do. After you learn something, speak it out loud like you're teaching it to someone. Or better, record yourself. When you talk, you activate more parts of your brain. And when your brain connects language to concepts, it stores them in long-term memory. Reading is passive. Talking is active learning. It's how geniuses make knowledge stick. Don't be silent. Talk your way to mastery. Technique number 5, emotional triggering. Link learning with feeling. Here's what nobody teaches you. The brain doesn't remember facts. It remembers feelings. You forgot the equation, but you remember how embarrassed you were in class that day. You forgot the date of a battle, but you remember the fear you felt watching a war movie. Tesla, he linked emotion to ideas. He was obsessed. His emotions weren't distractions, they were tools. He used intensity to encode memory. So here's your tool. Before learning, trigger a feeling. Get excited, curious, even angry that you don't know it yet. Attach learning to emotion. Watch a short, dramatic video. Imagine you're going to explain it to millions, or convince yourself it's the secret to your future. Fake the emotion if you have to. The brain doesn't care. It responds anyway. You must learn like your life depends on it. Because, in a way, it does. Your future is a product of how fast and deeply you learn today. So now the choice is yours. Keep studying the old, slow way, or start learning like Tesla did. Fast, deep, unstoppable. Which of these 5 techniques are you going to try first? Comment below. I want to see who's actually serious about becoming a self-taught genius. And if you've got your own secret weapon for learning faster, share it. Let's build a community of minds that refuse to stay average. Your brain was built for more. Now, it's time to prove it.